Hey guys, what's going on? So I finally got to play the Nightclub DLC, as you can see in the gameplay. Yeah, and unfortunately, I know I told you guys I wasn't able to do a walkthrough through the whole DLC because I was busy when it came out. But I figured, in this video I'd probably make like a little review, just of the DLC, tell you guys what I like about it and what I do not like about it. So let's get right into it. Let's just talk about what I like first. So what I do like about this DLC. Well, it's a different DLC. It's not one we normally have. Normally we have like a lot of like military DLCs with a lot of military vehicles, and we still kind of have that in this DLC. But the whole idea of it is not really military related. It is kind of, but not like completely. So basically, this is like the description that Rockstar gives this DLC. It's kind of like a little like hideout kind of for your other businesses. So yeah, for your other military businesses. But it's like, it's kind of like a cover up, not a hideout, a cover up for your other businesses. And you know what? I think they did a really good job with the nightclub. It's awesome. I love it. I mean, all the customization you can do. Although I do wish there were more interior customization options, because right now there's like the stock one that looks like very ugly. The second one is alright, and then this is the third one you're seeing in the gameplay right now. This is the most expensive one. I decked out this nightclub. I spent around like $7 million on this nightclub. So now keep in mind though that there's a lot of extra stuff that I spent that I really didn't even need to spend on. So even if you wanted to actually buy a nightclub, it's pretty cheap. I think the cheapest one is like $1 million. So it is an affordable, it's an affordable DLC. Just the upgrading is gonna cost a lot, and that's kind of a negative in this DLC. But as you make more money over time, you can make your nightclub look kind of like this one. This is a fully decked out nightclub. The only thing I didn't have is you have the option to have multiple garages and multiple like storage areas, and I didn't go for that just because I think I had a lot of storage. I just didn't go for the multiple garages because I just don't really need them right now. But with the new vehicles in this DLC, they have a lot of like nightclub themed vehicles, which is one of them is the what's it called, the Hummer stretch. It's basically like the Hummer limo. And it's nothing special. It's just a limo. So but it's nightclub themed, and you do use it for some missions. And another vehicle is the party bus. So there's like a bus that you can buy with a stage on it, and it looks pretty cool. There's multiple customizations options for that. And I believe that's really it for like the kind of like nightclub themed DLCs, but I mean vehicles. But there are a few militarized vehicles, which are the MTL Pounder custom, and I think it's the Mule custom. They're both like different types of trucks, but you can like customize them and make them armored, and you can put weapons on them. The only unfortunate part about that, and this is another thing I don't like, is that they're armored, but they blow up in one shot. So I don't really understand it. Just when you go on cell missions, they have a lot of armor, but other than that, they blow up in one shot if you're using them in free mode regularly. But let's see, another thing. Well, another thing I do like is that you don't actually have to go out and buy cargo anymore. Like you have people that do that for you now. So you'll see later in the gameplay. I go on like the main computer for the nightclub, and you're gonna see there's a screen that's like for technicians, and basically they go out and get the cargo for you. So how that works is basically you have like from your other businesses, like we had the what's it called, the bunker, the special cargo warehouse, there's all the biker businesses as well. So like the meth lab, the cocaine lockup, the weed farm. So there's a bunch of that stuff, and if you have those businesses, then you can assign a technician to that like business, and they'll go out and get stuff for you. Now, I don't want you guys to be confused. This is only for the Nightclub DLC. Like, they're not gonna go get supplies for your weed farm. It's only for like, it's technically like related to the Nightclub DLC. They're only gonna get stuff that's for your nightclub. They're not gonna get supplies for your own weed farm or your own cocaine lockup. I'll just skip to this right now. The only thing I don't like about this is that you have to own a lot of the businesses. Now, actually, you can see right here, this is the screen right here, and you can hire up to 5 technicians. But the thing is, there's so many biker businesses here. So you can see there's pharmaceutical research, there's printing and copying, cash creation. Those ones that are kind of like blacked out, I don't have those. And you have to buy the biker businesses to use them, and that's the only thing that kind of sucks. I really don't like them. Right now I have the wheat farm and the cocaine lockup, and I honestly wanted to sell my wheat farm before because I just don't use it anymore. Unfortunately, like, if I want to hire another technician, I have to buy another what's it called, biker business, which is I really don't like them because I think the biker businesses are really boring. The missions are really boring. The payout's not the best. So I really hate how they did that, but unfortunately that's how it's gonna be. But the more businesses you have, the more money you'll get from this DLC. And that's just how it works. Yeah. So yes, it's actually a very expensive DLC. That's another negative. I think I saw something in total. If you were to buy everything in this DLC, like literally everything, it would come up to $93 million, which is insane. It's definitely the most expensive DLC we've had yet. I think even the Smuggler's Run was like probably, I think, like 63 million. So this is 93 million. It's another $30 million. It's insane. But going on forward, though, another thing I like is I was saying this before. You don't actually have to go out and buy the cargo. Now the missions that you have to do are like the sell missions for the cargo and promoting your nightclub. So now there's like when you go in your nightclub, you probably saw it in the gameplay too. There's a popularity bar on the bottom right. And that popularity bar is basically, it shows how popular your nightclub is, and it'll decrease over time. And so the missions you have to do is like you have to go out and promote your nightclub. So there are specific missions that, like, you go inside a blimp. So yes, the blimp is now in multiplayer. So you go inside the blimp and you play the music from your nightclub, and you play it over popular areas on the map. So like that's like the Maze Bank Arena, the pier. There's a bunch of places. And then there's like another mission where you hand out flyers from a helicopter. You just drop flyers for your nightclub. But and there's a bunch of stuff like that, which I kind of like. You don't have to go out and get supplies anymore. It's the same old stuff, but now we have something different, and it's kind of cool. And I mean, for the most part, I think that's really it. I guess one last thing that I really don't like about this DLC is that you make money really slowly, and it's really unfortunate. You saw probably in the gameplay earlier, I was getting money for my nightclub, and you get like 10k each GTA day. Not like each day, but literally in the game. Once 24 hours is up, you get 10k, and that's like 10 to 15 minutes in real life. But it's still like really slow. And then the cargo, it takes a really long time too. That's like the unfortunate part about the DLC. It's that everything just takes a long time to get money, but it does pay out a lot, though. Especially with the cargo, it does pay out a lot. You can get like probably like 500,000 from selling from one vehicle, which is a lot of money. But anyway, I think that's really gonna be it for the GTA Nightclub DLC. Overall, I think it's a great DLC. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Although I think this is gonna get stale very soon. It's not gonna last too long. I thought it was, but I guess not. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, and I'll talk to y'all later.